Okay, you are welcome back. Now we are in session 10.4 where we use the continuity we did in the previous video to apply, we apply it to inequalities to find the solution or interval of solution to the inequality. So we are using the continuity, the application of the continuity to inequalities. Alright, please, if you have not watched the previous video, ensure that you watch that one so that you understand what we mean by continuity. Okay, so now we want to solve this quadratic inequality. We want to solve this. That means we want to find the interval of solution of this quadratic inequality. We want to find the interval of its solution of this quadratic inequality. All right, so if you look at this, we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 greater or equals to 0. Okay, the first thing is to first solve for this. So the function we are considering is this function, f of x equals to x squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, that is the function. Okay, so we want to first solve for this and then get the value of our x. Okay, first solve for that and get the value of your x. So if you solve for this, x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0, you're going to be using factorization to find the factor. Then it becomes x plus 2 into x minus 5 equals to 0. So x equals to negative 2 or x equals to positive 5. Okay, that is our x. So as soon as you are able to get your x, then you need to break this into, use it to break the real line into intervals. You use it to divide the real line into intervals. So we have this real line, which is negative infinity to positive infinity. A point negative 2, let me call this negative 2. A point 5, let me call it 5. Can you see? So the real line is divided into 3 now. So we have this A, we have this B, we have this C. So when you have 2x, then the real line will be divided into 3. When you have 3 values of x, then the real line will be divided into 4. Okay, all right. So we have this now, which is now negative infinity to negative 2, that is one interval. Negative 2 to 5, that is another interval. 5 to positive infinity. Okay, so when you divide the real line into 3, then you try to check with the equation. So let me call this one negative infinity to positive 2, 5, and then there will be another one which is infinity. Okay, and then we have our function. What is our function? This one. That is our function. Our function is s squared minus 3x minus 10. And that's what I have there. Let me check again. S squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, that's our function. So this function can be divided into the factor we have, but there might not be need for that. Just put the function there and get the value between these, between negative infinity to negative 2. You can get a value like negative 3. Put this value into this function. Put the value into the function and get out the sign. Which sign are you going to get if you put the value into the function? Which sign will it give you? So if you put it there, negative minus 3 times negative 3 minus 10. So you see, this will give us positive, this will give us positive, this is negative, and this is greater than this, so this is positive. Okay, pick a number between these. I can pick 0. If I put 0 here, this will be negative. Pick a number between these. I can pick maybe 6, and then this will be positive. Okay, so this is what we call a sign chart. Okay, this is a sign chart. A sign chart. Okay, so this sign chart gives us the interval that will give us the positive one and the negative one. Let's look at the question we are asked to solve. We said we must find where it is greater than 0. So when you see the positive one, that means it's greater than 0 there. When you see the negative one, it's less than 0 there. We are looking for where it is greater than 0. That means the interval of our solution is negative infinity, this one, union this one. Yeah, that is the interval of our solution. Okay, that is the interval of our solution. So we use continuity to determine the interval of our solution in this question. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, that is what we have done. Let's see another one. Now we want to also find, we want to solve this, we want to find the interval of our solution using the method or the application of continuity. Okay, so the function here again, the function here is this one. The function we are considering is s squared plus 5 over x. Now this one is a rational function, so that means this function can be divided into 2 as g of x over h of x. Okay, which is the same thing as s squared minus 6x plus 5 all over x. Okay, so our g of x is s squared minus 6x plus 5. Our h of x is x. Okay, so now again we equate each of these to 0. We must equate each of that to 0. So if I equate g of x to 0, that implies s squared minus this plus this equals to 0. So I factorized it also to get my values. Then I also equate h of x to 0, which implies x equals to 0. So I will get this point s equals to 0, and then if I factorize this, I will be getting 2 point of x equals to 1 and s equals to 5 if I factorize that. So I will be getting from here x minus 1, x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, so this is s squared, this is, yeah. So that means x equals to 1 or x equals to 5. So I have this point, I have this point, I have this point. So if I divide the real line with those points, I divide the real line negative infinity to positive infinity. I have 0, I have a point called 0, I have a point called 1, I have a point called 1, I have a point called 5. So you see, it divides the real lines into 4. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So I have this one negative infinity to 0, this one interval, 0 to 1, this is another interval, 1 to 5, this is another interval, 5 to positive infinity, that's another interval. So I need to now write or draw my sign chart now for this. I draw my sign chart. So I have negative infinity to 0, I have 1, I have 5, then I have positive infinity. And what is my function? Don't forget, this is my function. I can also break it down into 2 parts like this, and then I multiply the signs together, but I can just pick the whole function s squared minus 6x. Okay, the whole function, that means I will have the function s squared minus 6x plus 5 over x. Okay, so I need to pick a point. I need to pick a point there and see which one will give me my sign. So I pick a point. Let me pick between this and this. I pick -1. If I put -1 into this function, -1, negative, negative, so I'm going to be getting negative. Yeah. If I put this between 0 and 1, I can pick half. Okay. Picking 0. If I pick half and I pick half there, I'll be getting positive. Between this and this, I can pick 2. And I pick that and I put that there. So I'm going to be getting negative. Between this and this, I can pick 6. If I put that and put that, I'm going to be getting positive. Okay, that's fine. Now, what did they ask us to find? They want us to find when it is greater or equal to 0. Greater or equal to 0. Don't forget, each of these points will give us 0. So when I put x equals to 1 in this function, it will be 0. X equals to 5, we make it 0. Okay? All right? So now, the one that will give us positive, because we are looking for positive, is this one and this interval. So we have 0 to 1, and then we have 5 to infinity. But because the function given to us, the function we are given as equal, the function we are given as equal, okay, it shows that the function we are given as equal, it shows that this will now be 0, 1, like this, okay? Junior, then 5. Okay, we don't put 0 there. Why? Because it has a numerator. If you put a 0 there at the numerator, we get undefined. So 0 is not part of it, but every other interval, every other number is part of it, but 0 is not part of it. So the solution, our solution space, or our interval of solution, is 0, 1, union 5, infinity. That's our interval of solution. Please ensure that you understand the way we are doing it.